right, we're dealing with a 06 F250 6-liter Power Stroke. These are really good trucks for anybody that knows them well. We have a couple of things we want to talk about. We have some front end parts right in this area. There we go. So I've got some ripped boots there, which allows grime and dirt to get in there, and it will absolutely cause premature failure. I also, in this area, have some issues with that dust seal basically being deteriorated, which will allow dirt into the diff. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's getting into the fluid. There is an actual seal here, which I know at this point is still good on both sides, but at some point it will cause an axle tube seal leak. Looks like somebody has done some ball joints, but it's been quite a while ago on both sides. The brakes are in decent shape. The shocks are not. I will show those in a minute. As we come up here, we have some significant oil leakage. I don't know that it shows up in the camera as good as it should, or as good as I'd like it to. I also have some leakage here. So this is a total picture kind of idea of what this truck needs. So hopefully the township can make a decision on what is going on with it. So bear with me, come on under here. One of the things that is really overlooked on these is cab mounts are terrible from the factory. It's just part of how Ford made them, and these are definitely showing some significant wear. We have some issues with these Rancho shocks. Very poor quality shock. I know they're name brand, but I have personally run these on my F250s and 350s. They never turn out good. We do have some significant oil leakage here. We also have some issue with a broken stud. I can get it in frame, yeah, right there. So I know we have some boost leak along with oil leakage. I did a full system scan. We'll talk about that in a minute. Same story on this side as far as shock wise. Brakes look to be in pretty good shape. Tires look to be in good shape. This is not my preference of brand of tire on these. I've run all different kinds of tires. They're a little more money, and I'm not saying replace them, but when and if you decide to fix this truck, the next time it needs tires, I would strongly recommend a Firestone Transforce AT2 or AT3. You will get so many more good miles out of this than, you know, these Nexens or Coopers or other brands people sell. So underneath, we don't really have any tranny leakage. Transfer case had some codes in it. I'm going to, I would need to look into it further, but I would say it's related to something going on with that encoder motor there. Driveline looks pretty good. Exhaust system, not too bad. Underneath of the bed looks okay. Brakes, somebody's, you know, done those not terribly long ago. So that's kind of the underneath of what I'm seeing. I'm gonna go ahead and just bear with me. We are going to bring the truck down. I'll show you some of the shock on the way down, and just give me a moment here. It is worth seeing. See how much that truck bounces? And I know the camera is bouncing at the same time. But look at that fender. And maybe you think that's not a big deal, but what that does is it lets the tire skip down the road like a basketball. And you know, these expensive tires, no matter what tires you buy anymore, there's not really such thing as a cheap tire. They will get cupped and ruin those tires. So that's my recommendation for the shocks. Underneath the hood here, we're gonna scroll through, hopefully without a ton of glare. We've done a full system scan here. We have some coolant related issues. I'll talk about that in a minute. We have underboost and overboost codes. We have EGR, which I guarantee is chock full of carbon. We do have some wheel speed sensor CAN network issues, passenger side airbag, and then some transfer case voltage issues. A lot of that is potentially due to a battery going down at some point in time. This is not. So one of the things I do want to really dive into, and I know you can't smell it, but this coolant is definitely well past time of service. there's a significant amount of congealed material or dead portions of the coolant, as well as when I start seeing basically trails here where potentially this may have pushed some coolant out. That leaves me a little bit of a concern for potential head gasket issues. I don't think we're there yet, but a little bit of a early warning signs. Also, the color of this degas or overflow tank, when it gets dark like this, it's typically either too late or getting close to too late. I will say the easiest way to know whether one has been studded or not is whether you can see a head bolt right in this area. It's one of the only ones that's easy to see, and it is factory head bolts as far as I can tell. I don't know that anybody has ever studded this, and I can't see a stud. So that is something seriously to consider. This is one of your cold charge pipes here. When I see it sweating oil, and what I mean by that is this is basically pushing oil from the inside out. There is definitely a failing turbo here. Turbo is right there. It is a variable geometry turbo, so it can either shift to add boost, close for, you know, different kind of deceleration, as well as it gets stuck is what is, I believe, happening. The unison ring, which varies the vanes inside the turbo, I think is what's going on there. So long story short, there's more testing that needs to be done, but unless a significant investment, I'm going to say anywhere from $30,000 to $45,000 is, you know, in the ballpark of what somebody wants to do for this truck, it would probably be better not to. There's really no half measures on these trucks at all, in my opinion. I see a lot of shops or a lot of techs or a lot of guys who do it themselves, think that they can get away with it, and they're back in there time after time, and you're throwing good money after bad. So either you jump in both feet and we want to fix this truck, and it's a pretty good truck. I mean, it's been well taken care of. This is just the nature of the beast of owning a 6-liter Power Stroke that is running on 20 years old right now. There is I know some add-ons for this vehicle. This is just something I wanted to draw attention to. I'm assuming this runs to a pump in the back. It's literally been so hot that it burned a hole in that. Now that's not a big thing right now, but if you're gonna fix this truck, I want you guys to be able to use it for many years going forward. And that would just be something that would need to be taken care of. Some of the other electrical probably could be updated or upfitted a little bit to where it would carry more current and be more reliable. I know if you guys show up at my house or to help one of my family members, I hope that the mechanic took good care of you. So any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. This is what I see as far as scan tool. Further diagnostic would be needed, but none of that matters with a bad turbo, oil leaks, you know, potentially leaks up front there. You know, this is going to be something that if we do get into, I would have to take to one of my Missouri stores. Down here in Rogers, Arkansas now. I'm not equipped here, but I am in Missouri and I'm very familiar with these. So hope this was interesting, but this is our checkout on our 06 F250 6-liter Power Stroke.